Oh, hello there, adventurer. Welcome back to Quincy's Tavern. You are just in time. I finally got my hands on this recipe. You wanna try it? Alright, here's some context. In the world of Runeterra, there's this large underground city called Zon. It's full of very unique and creative individuals. In this city, there is a tavern called The Last Drop, and they serve this one particular drink called the Moldy Apple. Trust me, it tastes better than it sounds. It's a specialty of theirs. They serve it hot, cold, smoking, and mixed with many different types of liqueur. And with this, we can make it ourselves. Let's go. That's nice, that's very nice. If you'd like to see the Last Drop Tavern for yourself, be sure to check out Arcane, as the Riot Arcane event is happening right now. And if you want to see more adventures in the world of Runeterra, you can download League of Legends Wild Rift on the App Store and Google Play Store. Be safe out there. Happy Harvest, Traveler! Welcome back. Now we can finally celebrate. Today, we feast. We celebrate the victories of this year and the struggles that we've gone through. We celebrate each other, and we celebrate with good food. I think that's everything. This is my harvest skillet. It is a honey garlic roasted Cornish hen atop some roasted vegetables, potatoes, carrots, and broccoli. We have some freshly baked artisan rolls with a sweet honey garlic butter also on top of these, and a warm helping of freshly made cranberry sauce, if you will, on the side. And of course, the homemade, ever popular apple ale to wash it all down. To you. Let's eat. Alrighty, adventurers. Just finished the next batch of wax seal coins. You know the rules. First come, first serve. Limited supply. Trades only. What you got? Block of iridium. Deal. A heart container and the instrument. Deal. Only one? Shame. One. A whole bowl of devil fruit. Deal. So just this ring? Sure. Deal. All four? Deal. Last one for the map. Thank you. Hello there, traveler. Glad you could make it. I have something for you. This is the last of my wax seal coins. These are very powerful, but I wanted to make sure you got one. If you wear it, you'll get a point of luck per day. And if you really need it, I want you to flip it into the air, and you and anyone that you're holding on to will be teleported straight back here. On the back, it says be safe out there. Tell it to everybody. But if you can't be, depending on your circumstances, you know that you'll always be safe here. Now be safe out there. During my travels through High Isle, I learned many wonderful things. I learned from Miss Kajit a game called Tales of Tribute, and from the Bretons I learned many wonderful recipes. The Bretons, did you know, are masters of food and drink by the way they can turn simple ingredients into food fit for nobility. And so, for the second course and main entree of this Angler's Day feast, we have Bubbles and Squeak. Traveler, Bubbles and Squeak. It's called that because of the sound it makes when it's being cooked, but it's basically fried mashed potatoes, cabbages, and I have some smoked sausages here for you and some buttered green peas. You enjoy. Alrighty, adventurer. It's not much, but it'll be enough to get us started. In here is everything that I know about hunting, capturing, and rehabilitating rogue vampires. We'll also need some garlic as a repellent and used to mask our scent. Salt, also very useful. And if we're being chased, we open that up, pour it on the ground, and hypothetically, the vampire should stop and count every piece of salt. I've never seen him actually do it, though. So we'll find out. Holy water. Also very, very useful. It's water, but it's holy, so there's that. Just don't drink it. You might burst into flames. And then finally, the Stake Launcher 2000. A little invention of mine, shoots bolts lined with little bits of sleeping poison. Harmless, of course, but highly effective. And just in case, for the bigger ones. Let's go. In the land of Marquette, there are these wonderful night markets. The smell of the food, the colors of the lanterns and banners, and the clear night sky is enough to make any adventurer pause and enjoy the moment. Did I mention that the food there is phenomenal? Some of the vendors would sell these skewers of meat called kip kebabs. The meat is dry rubbed in the fusaka spice, which is a delicious and common Marquesian spice. I heard that you and your party are headed that way, so I figured I'd give you something that's like a taste of Marquette. There's also this other adventuring party headed towards Marquette. You probably heard of them. Critical Role is starting their next adventure on October 21st, 7 p.m. Pacific Time on twitch.tv/Critical Role and youtube.com/Critical Role. Hope to see you there. Enjoy. Hello there, traveler. Welcome back to Quincy's Tavern. I heard you and your party are headed off towards Marquette. It's absolutely beautiful there. And I've just recently gotten in some wonderful Marquesian spices, and I thought I'd send you and your party off with a little taste of Marquette. This right here is called mahika. It is a concentrated and powerful flour dehydrated down and often used in potions, drinks, and even some desserts. And a drink that you will most likely find in your travels there is the Mage's Cloak. I hope you'll join me on October 21st, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as Critical Role starts their next adventure in Marquette. You can catch the adventure on twitch.tv/Critical Role and youtube.com/Critical Role. Be safe out there. Hello there, traveler. Welcome back to Quincy's Tavern. I heard you and your party are headed off towards Marquette. It's absolutely beautiful there. And I've just recently gotten in some wonderful Marquesian spices, and I thought I'd send you and your party off with a little taste of Marquette. This right here is called mahika. It is a concentrated and powerful flour dehydrated down and often used in potions, drinks, and even some desserts. And a drink that you will most likely find in your travels there is the Mage's Cloak. hope you'll join me on October 21st, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as Critical Role starts their next adventure in Marquette. You can catch the adventure on twitch.tv/criticalrole and youtube.com/criticalrole. Be safe out there. Yes, adventurer. You called for me. Said you had a question. How can I help? What is a hero? Well, personally, I believe that a hero is an individual with courage and a brave heart when facing whatever adversity is in their way. Now, notice that I didn't say that they had to be victorious all the time. Just because you get pushed back once or twice doesn't make you any less legendary. On the contrary, I find myself more inspired by those that, even though when they're pushed down, they keep getting back up, whether by force of will, a heart of courage, or sheer spite against the odds. Heroes are those that just keep on getting up. And the strongest among those heroes are the ones that admit to themselves and realize when a companion or two would be helpful for a particular adventure. Just because you have help doesn't make you any less fantastic. No matter what challenge you're going on out there or in here, just know that I'm very proud and inspired by your tenacity to keep going. You got this, hero. Be safe out there. Oh, excuse me, traveler. This came in for you. You might want this. There you go. Hello there, Mr. Buckets. Welcome back to Quincy's. What can I get for you? Yes, sir. Right away. You are in luck. This happens to be the last one that I have in stock. What with the competition Mr. Wonka has going on and all that. I'm sure you've seen the papers. I can't believe he's actually going through with it this time. Oh, sorry. Just lost some thought there for a moment. Here you are, Charlie. Oh, before you go, bit of advice. If one can control themselves in face of sweet temptation, then one can just master about anything. Be safe out there. Have you ever heard of the phrase, blood is thicker than water? It's this old phrase used to justify choosing immediate family bonds over those of others. Well, did you also know that some people believe that that phrase kind of goes a little bit differently? It goes like this. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And that's an interesting thought. Now, whether you believe or not that that's the actual phrase, consider this. Blood only makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. I myself grew up never having a blood relative, but was raised by strangers who raised me with loyalty and love, and that made them family. So I kind of prefer the phrase with the meaning that the bonds that we choose can be more important than the ones that we might not have any say in. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were one of those that were blessed with a good blood family, you hold on to that like it's gold, because it is. I'm talking about those of us like me that had to grow up and choose our own family. And honestly, that's a nice thought. The fact that there are those that come into our lives and for some other reason or another just never leave. I can think of several that I've met recently, strangers that have become so much more, and I consider them family now. That's a nice thought. Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. Hello there, traveler. You're up awfully late. Is everything okay? Understandable. And quite relatable, too. I often find that my own mind tends to wander in the wee hours before the sunrise, when the worries of the past and the pressures of the present and the mysteries of the future all come spiraling down at the same time with the utmost need to be solved instantly. You're not alone. Far from it. I swear every adventurer in here and those that you see on your journey, I promise you, they all have moments when the mind just won't settle. I know that's not a very comforting thought, but think about this. Even though you can't always control what your mind conjures up, whether it's worries or anxieties or things like that, you do have the power on whether or not you allow them to drain your energies or your strength. Think of it this way. Worry is like a shadow on a small creature. When the sun is high, the shadow is small. And when the sun gets tired, shadows tend to get bigger. Now, that doesn't mean that the creature itself changed, but our perspective of it can make it seem bigger than what it really is. Hope that makes sense. All that to say is, let your mind rest. Don't feed the shadow, and know that you're never truly alone. You got this. I'm gonna go get some sleep. When life hits harder than usual, or when we stumble and fall on our way, we're bound to pick up a few scars and heartaches. In the Japanese art of Kintsugi, broken pottery pieces are repaired with gold. This unique and beautiful art highlights the cracks and scars rather than trying to hide them. And this is to represent that we are beautiful because we're broken. What an awesome perspective. Bad days make the good days sweeter, and failures are opportunities to grow. And if you've ever had the thought that just because you're broken you can never be loved or beautiful, I hope you know that that's a straight up lie. To be human is to be broken, and to be broken is to be unique. And to be unique, well, it's to be beautiful. Hello, my friend. Welcome to Quincy's. A mutual friend of ours said that you were going through something. Said that it was that you had a broken heart. Now, they didn't tell me any of the details, and I don't need to know any of the details, but if you'd indulge me, might I say this? A broken heart can possibly be one of the most powerful things in the world, and here's why. It shows that your heart is capable of deep and intense passion, though I might say that now you're feeling rather vulnerable. But know this, that in the absence of what used to be there, whether it was a lover's relationship or it's a loved one passing away, know that what you do now is very important. Grief and regret are completely normal emotions. It shows that the past meant a whole lot to you, but don't stay there. Some people take these emotions and they throw themselves into their work and they just work non-stop. Others just aren't able to get over the hurt and then become a hindrance to themselves and others, unable to help anybody. And then others, which I hope you become, are those that take the time to love on themselves. By that I mean, is there something that in your life that you wish you could do right now? Is there a passion or an interest that you haven't put much time into? Invest in that. Learn a new skill, hone a new old one. But whatever you choose to do, I hope that you surround yourself with good people who care only for you and only want the best for you, and that you take care of yourself. An amazing, amazing story can be written from this. And a heartbreak could be the start of all of it. It all depends on how you take it. Good luck out there. Welcome to Quincy's Tavern, Planeswalker. Are you here to upgrade that deck of yours? Wonderful. I just got some new spells in from those wizards on the coast that I'm sure you'd appreciate. Be right back. These are from the Forgotten Realms. Now, what kind of spells are you looking for? What kind of upgrades? Perhaps the Boots of Speed? Thieves' Tools? Potion of Healing? A Trickster's Talisman that can invoke duplicity? Or the Vorpal Sword? Perhaps. There are even some brand new classes you can add to your party, such as the Monk class, or the Cleric. And of course, what Planeswalker is without its creatures to command, such as the Lightfoot Rogue that uses sneak attack whenever it attacks, or the Skilled Herbalist that allows you to draw more mana from the land around you, a Devoted Paladin that can cast Beacon of Hope and create a temporary buff on your entire party, or perhaps for those of you, if you dare, Ebon Death, Dracolich, the very same dragon that can just not stay in the grave very long. All at your command. I'm sure any one of these spells will instantly upgrade your deck, but before you make a decision, let's talk dice. Imagine with me that this little tea bulb is you. All of your personalities, your quirks, your habits, and everything that makes you the fantastic version of you is wrapped up in this. Now, just by looking at it, it's kind of hard to tell what it's made up of or, even what it is. But that is until hot water is poured over it and the tea seeps, what's inside is revealed. Likewise, it does not matter what you look like on the outside or how you appear to the rest of the world. What matters most and what always will matter most is what's on the inside. When hot water, or in our case, pressure, is applied to you, how do you respond? What comes out? Is it bitterness, anger, thoughtless reaction? Or is it a heart that takes a moment to assess the situation and respond in a manner that is both mature and respectable? The best of us in life are those that, despite the worst that life tends to throw at us, are the ones that can still find a way to make our situation, turn our surroundings into something sweet and magical. morning, traveler. You were up early. How about some breakfast? What can I get you? Right away? Enjoy. Dear future me, can you believe it's been a whole year already? For what it's worth, I'd say that our 26th year was definitely full of amazing and wonderful changes. We moved states, established more of a community, and finally began to see a glimpse of our purpose. This Quincy's Tavern thing is going to be amazing. I can feel it. But just remember a few things. Your value does not lie in the size of the audience, or the recognition, or even the accomplishments, although you can feel proud in what those are. But your value is in the hearts and minds you impact, the soul you touch, the individual. Remember, you are watched, not to discourage, but to remind yourself of the responsibility that means. You're gonna do great things this year, kid. Stay humble, stay kind. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Oh, and happy birthday. We all know that the brain is a very powerful thing, but did you know that there are ways to hack and unlock those happy chemicals? Dopamine, the reward chemical, triggered by doing acts of short-term pleasure, such as eating food, completing a goal, accomplishing a task, and other acts of self-care. Oxytocin, the love hormone. It gives one the feeling of trust and allows one and motivates one to build and sustain relationships, unlocked by socializing, petting animals, physical touch, and helping others. Endorphins, the painkiller. It releases a brief euphoria that masks physical pain. It's unlocked by exercising, watching a movie, laughing, listening to music. Very powerful. And then, serotonin, the mood stabilizer, unlocked by doing acts of long-term satisfaction, such as being out in the sun, one with nature, mindful meditation, and even enjoying a nice cup of tea. I hope by doing these few simple things that your minds and your adventures become happier places to be. Be safe out there. Dear future me, well done. Chapter 27 complete and written, and I must say that I'm pretty proud of us so far. We were a little worried there for a bit, and you know what I mean, but I know you're working through it. Give yourself a little patience, but don't allow yourself to stay stagnant. Keep moving. You accomplished a lot this past year, and it's okay to be proud of that, but always remember the who and why. Why are you doing this, and who is this for? Life has brought wonderful opportunities and even more wonderful friends to be a part of this adventure. Don't ever take them for granted. We're all here to help each other. Chapter 28 will be our best one yet. Stay focused, stay humble, and remember, it's never about the money or the accolade. It's about making your world, no matter how big or small, a better place for everyone that crosses your path. We could also lay off the extra pizza and maybe try to get to bed at a decent time, but I believe in you. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday. Hello there, traveler. Now, I don't need to know about your day to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice myself. Hot cocoa. Drink. You want to know what I'd wish more people would realize? Is that how much more powerful they really are in regards to being able to write their own story. It's not always just luck or circumstances or even the ramifications of others. That's just the background, the setting of the story, if you will. And we all know that the best stories just have to have a few moments like this, huh? With all that being said, You are not allowed to give up. This adventure you're on, this journey that you're on, it's not over yet. And I will not be having your seat here empty because you decided to end your story before we got to see the good part. I want you to take this. You don't like your story? Change it. Write in a plot twist, change the setting, flip the script, do whatever you need to do, but do not write ever after until we get to see you on top of the freaking world. It's up to you to write your story, and I'm so excited to read it.